Alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D Real coming at you with another Be Real with D Real, where Edutainment explains it. Weekend edition. And as you can see up in the corner there, what you're gonna be getting today. Yeah. I got Black Panther number 9 here by Miss Eve Ewing, Mr. Chris Allen Mack Chater, and company. Okay. We will give you a quick synopsis of what's been going on with that story, and then we're gonna dive off into that story and its ultimate conclusion. But before we do what we want to do, we got to do what we have to. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the Be Real with D Real page so that when the material comes out, you get it. If you're digging one of Brother Shelton, put some dirt in my bucket. Comment, like, subscribe, and share, because why? I'm from Kansas City. No, because edutainment is what I do. And I am from Kansas City. And I did just finish my cup of Joe. And I am going to give you a Black Panther story today. Y'all ready to hit it? Let's hit it. Boom. There it is. Read along with me, kids. Wakanda recently transitioned from a monarchy to a parliamentary democracy. We know about all of that, and we ain't that crazy about it, so we don't really give a rat's patootie. Let's drop down to the next paragraph. Black Panther has been investigating a series of disappearances involving Bernie T'Chaka's Rich and Powerful with the help of the thief Beisa. His investigation led him to Baba Nkisu, head of the Nkisu crime family. But he found Nkisu in the clutches of a spiritual monster called Kivu'Ma. Kivu'Ma killed Nkisu, but Nkisu's daughter, Alenia, saw only the Black Panther and accused him of her father's murder. She seized control of her family, stoking the fire of a gang war that had broken out among the families who ruled BT. That's short for Bernie T'Chaka, for those that ain't in the know. Particularly the Elanga clan, who kidnapped T'Challa's friend and confidant, Nyobi. And that's where we are at this point in Reign at Dusk, where we reach part 9, issue 9. And boom. There we see T'Challa sit. Oh, excuse me. I need to give y'all mine. Bam. Make me small so that T'Challa may increase. That's a very high-tech setup for somebody who's just, sitting in a loft somewhere. So for those of you that say this is like the most dangerous man alive storyline, and they're trying to make him Batman light, I see similarities, but not out and out aping. You know what I'm saying? How many superheroes sit in a headquarters, secret little headquarters? How many superheroes do that? Y'all just focusing on the one who's the best known for it. But you know what I'm saying? He ain't the only one. And while I'm at it, what are we talking about here? He's doing, what superheroes do. Put the pieces together. Cartier St. Croix and Baba Nkisu teaming up, somehow gaining access to interplanetary and maybe even intergalactic travel for their own enrichment. Interplanetary and intergalactic travel. Not gonna jump to no conclusions yet. And he's talking to his super intelligent sister. And they were building a space station of some kind, and everyone who invested is now conveniently gone. Everyone who invested is conveniently gone. and he saw a creature around Baba Nakisu before he got killed. And we know T'Challa and Shuri together can figure out pretty much anything. And there they go. They got Ndozi from Intelli's reign, charge of the hot toots, but he was a little weird and we had to get rid of him, and he became Kivu'Ma. And T'Challa say he should be long dead. And Shuri retorts with something slick but not smart alecky. So he's not, trying to clown. It's like you should be in exile, but things are not always what they seem. All right. And T'Challa's actually smiling about that because that looks like a sly smile, as if I know something y'all don't. But y'all in a hurry for things to happen with this book. But you can't, see the little nuances here and there that are saying, bruh, I'm still T'Challa. Oh, ye a little faith. And here we are with my man chilling outside. That's what we saw last issue with Beisa. And Beisa is telling T'Challa about their lover. I think I said that right. And she's telling T'Challa about, they are telling T'Challa about how they feel about their lover. I don't want to say the wrong pronouns because folks be like, oh, you're evil, And she's saying to him, have you ever had a friend that has shown you your place in the world? And he said it's a recent development. And then there's an awkward silence. Okay, I'm not taking that awkward silence as anything other than an awkward silence. You know what I'm saying? I ain't building it up. And before it could get too awkward, Beisa is calling Eze and telling him to come quickly. What does Eze need to come quickly and help Beisa with or about? Well, we already know, but we're going to take this opportunity to educate ourselves on the other events going on in said book. Yobi's gone. We already knew that, right? There's no signs of a struggle. Okie dokie. So T'Challa's discovering what we already know from the last issue, right? Right. And there he is right there with the Alongas, who are doing their best impression of Dick Dastardly and Muttley that I have ever seen in my life. I don't know what the Nakisus are doing or what they have, but we're going to use these people that they are kidnapping. And when they kidnap them, we're going to track them. And whatever we find, we're just going to steal it. Wow. Talk about vision. Talk about deepness. And Nyobi, who's there, comments on the ineptness, and they're like, oh, so he talking trash. We're going to put him out there first. Not knowing Nyobi is related to Shangamire. And Shangamire is what? Smart, knowledgeable, wise. So some of that had to bleed off into the bloodline somewhere. And Nyobi, being a lawyer himself, has got to have some degree of intelligence, and he's tapping into experience. Listen to the things he's saying. Ancestors are close by. He respects that. He honors that. That's part of what he is. Those nitwits. That's an N word. I'm reminded of that scene on The Harder They Fall, where she's like, you and that engineer was getting ready to say something crazy to my girl Regina King. He's like, you nit, and just got popped in the head. So I think that when I hear words like nitwit and nincompoop, they're gone for the moment. And he knows as a child what's going on, and so he knows where to go, right? Where is he going? He's going towards that pretty purple color. And there's a couple of pages where it's just some beautiful purples in this book, man. And I'm gonna show you. It's like, okay, they like light, dark. It's cool. It's really cool. You know, kind of like it gives off that same kind of like energy that T'Challa's suit gave off in the cinematic Black Panther. But I can show you better than I can tell you, right? Boom. There we go. Alenia still thinks she's talking to her father. And that's how Kivu'Ma is manifesting himself to Alenia. And he's telling her, you know, I go by many names. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? And then there is a double page spread where they tell you all about Kivu'Ma and what he really is. And we find out right here, he is a Nakula, a soul eater. And he's telling her he's been very, very hungry. So he want to eat. And can y'all figure out how he's going to be able to eat? Is he going to use Alenia? Does Alenia know she's getting ready to be used? She wouldn't be a pawn if she knew that, right? Let's move on. And here he's telling her, or she's asking what she's needed for. And duh, I can't move freely on this plane. I need an avatar. I grew tired of your father, but in you I see a worthier vessel. Or you don't wear him out and you need a new one, a la Proteus, if you're a soul eater. Why would you give a soul eater possession of your soul willingly? You know? And they have fed me. I need to keep their bodies close, but too close anywhere on this planet, and interlopers will begin to suspect. This is where your father and his friend helped me with a tidy solution. And what was the solution that Baba Nakisu helped Kivu'Ma with? Oh my goodness. This is what all that technology was for. Ooh, so they preserving and keeping them. But for what purpose? Oi, what purpose? This is getting diabolical. But meanwhile, at Faiza's place, something interesting happens. T'Challa comes to see Faiza, but he does not put on his Ise disguise. He simply pulls up. And of course, everybody recognizes T'Challa. Your Highness, what are you doing here, Your Highness? And he shows her that he used to be Ise, or that he is Ise. And she goes on to tell him it was the Alongas who took Nyobi, Woro, and Cassandra. And he ain't worried about it. He said, I'll find him. And now she's saying, now that I know you here, because they always, and I would think they always thought that, you know, T'Challa would never go beyond the Golden City. It was always some stuff going on in Burning Zana. And it just, it never dawned on me, okay, there are other cities and other territories and stuff until Ta-Nehisi Coates run. So, yeah, all right. Thank you for that minor detail, Mr. Coates. But now she's like, okay, now that we know it's you, because it seems like T'Challa still has the people's heart, maybe not the parliament, but the people seem to still love him. And true to his word, my man, like, let's go get these fools. And they're off in action, and they look very similar to another duo, but we ain't getting into that. And I like when they pull up on him. You see right here in this action sequence, he lands right where he needs to land. Open. Let me. Isn't that some cool imagery? I don't know if that was Mack Chater or if that was Chris Allen, but that right there by itself, that's fire. That's a fire image. You know what I'm saying? You see that in the dark, that could be very intimidating. You know what I mean? And it looked like T'Challa's handling the situation. Now, the way he's blocking that with his shield, are the bullets going to the shield, or is he putting the shield where it needs to be so the bullets don't hit? Okay. That's the kind of stuff I sit around and think about when I see those kind of poses. Meanwhile, Yobi ends up where he ain't supposed to be. And his knowledge gets him right there in front of Cassandra, who appears to be an avatar of Kivu'Ma now. And Yobi is her prisoner. And Kivu'Ma prefers the souls of the opportunistic and the selfish, but he'll take a good soul every now and then too, from what we can see on this page right here. Black Panther's on his way. He's running. He's trying to get there. And I'm betting that drawing of Black Panther right there at the top, I'm betting that's Chris Allen, because that looks like Chris Allen's work. His work seems to be, and not no knock on Matt, it seems to be more detailed than Matt Chater's work, or maybe I'm mixing their work up if that's the case. But Chris Allen getting top billing. So, and they get to the spot where he's at. And lo and behold, T'Challa, Kivu'Ma, the Gray Wolf, whatever you want to call them, are about to square off. And look how Cassandra's in the back. I mean, not Cassandra, Alenia. Look how she's in the back looking kind of aloof and, uncaring about what's going on. So she got to be full under the power. You know what I mean? Of Bob and Nakisa, which is regrettable, but hey, that's what bad guys do. So next issue up is Wakanda Forever. Wakanda Forever. What a gratuitous use. What a gratuitous use. I you know what I'm saying? Wakanda Forever doesn't mean the same thing it used to mean. At least not to me. This story seems like it's going to come to a very succinct end, if you know what I'm saying. Will there be more after this? I'm going to go out on a limb and say, yeah. If nothing else, you getting Blood Hunt in May, and we know Black Panther has got a tie-in with Blood. We know Black Panther has got a tie-in with Blood Hunt in May. Now, is that just going to be Blood Hunt, Black Panther extra, or is that connected to an ongoing book? We're going to be logical about this, right? Depends on how they lay it out. Let me see what the checklist is. But if they, you know what I'm saying? Those are little things that could give you hints. So one way or another, you'll be getting more T'Challa. And I, for one, am pleased with that. Let's keep banging for it, man. Let's keep talking about it. Let's keep making it do what it do. Check it out, y'all. That's it for now. But fret not, I will be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all, be good. Be good to each other.